HR, in HR, I believe that gig economy or gig worker is quite new. So without further ado, I would like to introduce our two speakers, Akif Jamaluddin as well as Nakai Jaznin. So the first speaker will be Akif, right?
It'll be K, Nakai.
Okay, K. Well, K, let first introduce yourself first to the participants.
Okay, thanks, Cik Zo. Hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good afternoon. Thank you, Cik Zo. Thank you to Rita and also Asia HRM to give us this opportunity and the platform to actually share, a little bit on gig economy, and specifically for today, we are going to talk about, the future of work or the new era of work. So basically, my name is Nakai Jaznin, but everyone just call me K because, a bit complex to pronounce my name. So a little bit background of myself. I actually did my professional certification in innovation as certified innovation practitioner. Even my education background is actually a bachelor in hospitality management. So it's a bit different field. So I focus more in terms of innovation as innovation practitioner within the innovation field for science, tech, and innovation. So back in 2018, we started the journey, embarking on the journey on the gig economy. And that is the time where, gig economy is not so much, it's not really a hype yet, especially in Malaysia. So we come across about gig economy and the potential of gig economy, the endless potential and also possibilities within the gig economy. So we started, me and Akif co-founded the Kedua.com. So we started as actually just a digital directory of gig economy opportunities. And to date, we already have about 11,000 active users on our platform. So along the way, we realized that one of the things about gig economy is that, especially during pandemic, a lot of corporates now start of finding a way how can they jump into the bandwagon and reap the benefits of gig economy. So, and that is where we started to introduce some of the training program where we train corporates how can they leverage gig economy the right way. So yeah, look forward to share with everyone today.
Yeah, I really thank you for all the participants, especially during Ramadan, especially from those Muslims who are attending this program today. It's okay. We are not going to take your time. We hope that we're going to share the session for about half an hour, and after that, so that you can continue to do whatever you plan for today. This is of course a Saturday, so I think those Muslims, they are going. Most of them are going to go shopping because Hari Raya is approaching. So next, Akif, I'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, thank you to HRM to organize this session today, and also to the other participants herein. A little bit of background of me. My name is Akif Jamaluddin, and I have years of experience in the financial sector, actually in the investment banking line, and whereby over there I discovered my passion, to focus on social entrepreneurship. So that's when I decided to take the leap of faith to jump in and focus on the Kedua on full-time basis. And also we have along the way, like Kay said, we developed our mobile app that now has 11,000 users, and we are so happy that we're able to help as many people as possible to find additional income, and also for corporates, for them to find any gig economy platforms that they can connect with to find gig workers. So I hope that today will be very benefiting for you guys, and I look forward to to connect with each and every one of you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Akif. Welcome to all the participants, Jamila, Sangeeta, Mahani, Sazlin, Shahira, Farah, Ame, and Mat Kade, Nuking. So for that session, I like Kay will start his sharing on HR in gig economy. So please welcome Kay. Over to you, Kay.
Thank you, Cik Zul. Let me share my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right. Okay, again, thank you everyone for attending this session to spend your precious Saturday, your 30 minutes. So I won't take that long. I'll try to, share as much as I can within these 30 minutes, and I hope it will be really beneficial for every one of you. So for today, actually, one of the topics that we were going to talk under the HR and the gig era is basically the new era of work and how the changes actually affect the employment landscape. Okay, so I think everyone will be agree with the statement that the pandemic actually already pushed the world into a mass experiment, which kind of lead us into this new era of work, where basically previously I would say like back 4 or 5 years ago, when we talk about remote working or all this virtual meeting is a bit alien for us, but somehow thanks to the pandemic, now all those things actually become a new norm for us. And in fact, a study by Zoom actually mentioned that there are actually an increase of 700% in weekdays evening meetings on their platform since pandemic, and also the increase of 2000% meetings over the weekend. So it shows that now people globally already being forced to adapting and also adopting the new culture of work from home culture, remote working, all these the new things. And also if we can another thing is also the workforce is actually undergoing a radical transformation, especially now. There are basically two major driving changes, which are the demographic and also the technological transformation, which if you can see from my slide, there are 4 generations, and this is actually the first in our history of the workforce history, 4 generations actually working alongside each other, working together, which is consists of the traditionalists or the baby boomers, the Gen X, the millennials, the Gen Z, and also the Gen Z. So basically, we know that each generation actually has a different ways of communicating, different ways of working, and they have a different expectation from employers for compensation, benefits, and also the advancement. However, because of this multi-generational that we talk about today, is actually expand the pool of available talent and the demographic. But then again, the question is, or the issue that the globally, all the employer globally facing is that a lot of employers have not placed significant focus on taking advantage of this. So let me just do a bit of sharing. For example, like, we realize that each generation working alongside together is definitely one of the biggest challenge, even for and I'm pretty sure majority of us here are the HR practitioner, and back since I think early 80s or 90s, it's always about managing cultural differences. And now it's not just about managing the cultural differences, but it's also about managing the generation differences. So for example, like millennials, they are actually soon going to comprise the majority of the workforce. And also everyone is an unknown fact that millennials is actually a very different generation as compared to the others, Gen X or the baby boomers. And Gen Z somehow are following the thread of these millennials, where because the millennials, the focus are not just in terms of their paychecks, but the focus is more in terms of what's their purpose in life. And for millennials, they always focus in terms of personal development over satisfaction, coaching rather than being a boss, engaging in ongoing conversation about performance and development, and instead of not just the annual reviews, the strength and not their weaknesses, and life, not the job. If we want to compare, you know, the millennials to the older or the eldest generation, is that Gen X and baby boomers, the focus is more, usually they want to be in the office. They want to be engaged, and usually older workers are more engaged and motivated, because for baby boomers or Gen X, this is not based on my own point of view, but this is based on studies that baby boomers and Gen X, the purpose is always about a career, you know, progressing in their career. So that's why the older generation, they are usually more engaged and motivated as compared to these new millennials. And usually they are also to be more productive, because millennials or Gen Z, the focus is always in terms of the work-life balance. And also older workers often have a wealth of knowledge, and also usually they will bring their skills, professionalism, problem solving, and self-directions to the table. And also, so if you can see, these are the two this is one of the two driving changes, basically in terms of the demographic. But then again, we know, like, also another things about this new era of work now, with the new it's not a culture, new trends happening, a global resonation, right? So how can we actually retain or really take advantage of this multi-generation workforce, where it's even hard for us to even recruit them, this new generation, the millennials and also the Gen Z? We know it's actually a good thing to have this multi-generation at the workforce, but then again, the question is always about the recruitment. That is always the challenges. You know, and also another things about this new era of works is also another drivers or driving factors is also the technology. So digital technology is actually already changed how people communicate and work. And there are a few new technologies such as big data, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and robotics are actually changing the skills required in the workforce. So the work now already shifted. The way we work has already changed, the way how we do things. Previously, we only focus in terms of the what. You know, you go to the work and the only things that we discuss is what work to do, what works need to be delivered. But now the changes have shifted to the how to do the work, to when to do the work, and also where to do the work, where this is never a discussion, point of discussion, or things that we discussed back then. So I'm not so sure. Another ways that I can share, if you guys ever watch a movie called The Intern, it's actually Anne Hathaway and Robert De Niro. So you can see that is one of the best example to show how the things already change, and how leveraging this multi-generational workforce actually really brings a lot of benefits to you. You know, Robert De Niro used to be a retired business development person working for an online tech company selling clothes, those kind of things. So the things that maybe in terms of the cultural difference, the ways of working is a bit different, but Robert De Niro definitely brings something to the table where he started to change how things should be done. Because sometimes leveraging in terms of the technology is good, but then again, as a traditionalist, they still bring the value to it. So it's the same thing with this, because of this new era of work, because of the pandemic, why gig economy now becoming more relevant for the corporates and also for employers to start embracing gig economy and start shifting towards gig economy. Because when we talk about gig economy, even though gig economy definitely now is the biggest contributor to the gig economy, is within what we call as sorry, I lost the word, is the logistics. However, now gig economy already evolved. It's not just within the logistics sectors, but it has shifted to, you know, professional gig talent as well, or what some of the researcher call gig economy now is not longer just a gig economy, but also a talent economy. So definitely discovering how to recruit multi-generational workforce certainly has its challenges. But it is also rewarding for our organization, right? So leveraging the age-related differences provide the sound talent pipeline to support our business sustainability. And gig economy definitely provide us with the potential avenue how our organization want to reap the benefit of this multi-generational workforce. But the question is, how can we leverage gig economy the right way? So that's always the issue. We know it is a good thing to do. We know it's good to have this multi-generation workforce as this new era of the work. As much as we want to decline the idea of, you know, no, this is the way we should do things, we shouldn't embrace or jump into the bandwagon just because other people's or other companies are leveraging or doing it. But again, for example, in a case, point of case in Silicon Valley, where we know all these new mega tech company are, and you know how all this tech developer works. Basically, they are working around the clock, 24/7. And because of pandemic, it already somehow forced them to change how they operate. Instead of, you know, one developer, and because if you did a bit of research on all these mega tech company, the benefits that they provide in order to retain the developers is super great. They even hire a professional chef to do all the cookings, you know, to provide. They even provide you with on-ground car servicing, because for them, people like Mark Zuckerberg, people like Elon Musk, for them, the employees, what they want is you be in the office 24/7. That is their main goal, because tech development and technology is changing at a rapid pace. So again, because of pandemic and because of this new era of work, they are now start to have all this still within the 24/7 workforce. But what they did is they start hiring via gig economy, you know, and they also realized that in order to sell better, because older generation is actually one of the biggest contribute to the biggest pool of people in the world. So for them, in order for them to sell all this new technology, it's not just about to these millennials and Gen Z, but they also need to now start focusing in terms of older generation. So that's how they start leveraging gig economy. So when we talk about leveraging gig economy, is definitely is an endless possibilities. You can basically do everything. Can you imagine, like before this, if we don't own any car, we want to, you know, go from point A to point B, it's either we take a taxi. But how we do? We need to walk to a taxi stand. But now it's a bit different. You just take your phone, you just make a booking on Grab or Uber or Lyft, and you just wait at your comfort area. As easy as that. It's the same thing goes to within in the recruitment or in the HR world. People now, we no longer need to, you know, go through all these multiple steps of hiring, and then at the end of the day, it's still not a good hiring. I'm not a professional in HR area, but definitely that is always one of the in thing, especially now. A lot of we see in the news, the numbers of unemployment is very high, but again, a lot of HR practitioner or recruiter keep complaining it's hard to get a talent now. So that's why we have to take a step back and understand the differences of this generation by understanding what are the difference with this new generation of people, the millennials and Gen Z, will help us save time. You know how to even recruit them. So because we talk about, we want to hire these Gen Z and millennials, but then again, these people, for them, the focus is not in terms of the paycheck. The focus is not in terms of career growth, but the main focus for them is about the life purpose. It's about experiential. They rather to work, work for a few months and take leave for the next few months. So in order for you to really tap into this potential of the talent, gig economy is definitely the go-to, or the go-to strategy for you to tap into this new potential talent. Because definitely for the millennials, even for me and Akif, even we are considered as part of the millennials. The reason why we started, the kedua.com is mainly because this purpose that we feel. It's not just about the monetary. It's not just about, at the end of the day, you work for these global corporates or what. But for us, it's always about the purpose of life. So again, for today, one of the things that we wanted to invite you is also to actually somehow to create the awareness, how to tap into the opportunities, how can we actually leverage gig economy the right way? Because it's good to know, okay, gig economy is give you the potential avenue, but if we wouldn't know what are the right way to use gig economy, is also something that is scary, especially now because a lot of online scam as well. So what would you learn for the gig HR in the gig era is basically you will be able to develop your gig action plan in order for you to hire the gig workers and to have a better understanding how the gig economy works, and also to a global case study on why the corporates leveraging on the gig economy. What are the characteristics? By understanding the characteristic, it helps you to make a sound decision, and also what are the how to differentiate between the gig versus the traditional employment, and what are the pros and cons of the gig economy, the red flags, and avoid getting scammed. Because as much as at first we thought, it's only for the workers we're getting all this scam to work in gig economy, but then again, a lot of people try to employ or try to hire the gig workers also get scammed. So what are the ways for you to avoid those things to happen? And how can you find the ideal gig economy platform globally? And also what are the relevant skills in demand? So by doing that, it's easy for you to even map to your business needs and requirement. What are the ways that you can leverage or the gig economy the right way? So the session will be happening on 28th of May. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's virtual via Zoom, and the fees is USD 150 per pack. However, what you will get also, we will also give you the membership, the mentorship, and you will be part of our gig support group. And also we also provide you with a digital directory of gig economy platform. Basically, the digital directory is where you can find most of the gig economy platform that is available all over the world. However, for this session, we would like to give you a early bird discount. It's only USD 120 for the first 10 packs. If you're interested to sign up, you can just scan the QR code, and you can include this promo code GIG20 to get this additional early bird discount. So for all our friends in Malaysia, if you also a company, HRDF Levy company, we are also HRDF claimable courses. So you guys can contact us in order for that to arrange for HRDF claimable. So I guess, okay, I guess that's all from me. So maybe
right.
you can open the floor for
Thank you.
Q&A.
Thank you, Kay. Before I open to the floor, Akif, would you like to add anything?
I think for the time being, Kay has explained it very well. Yep. So no other things to add at this moment. Yeah. Only to answer questions.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Well, of course, in HR we have undergone a few transformations. I believe from the baby boomers who initially introduced personnel department and to focus on payroll and administrative thing, and later to human resource, human capital, human resource business partnership, and now there's another quantum, I would say, quantum leap that we have to take, which we have to learn and understand about the gig economy, gig worker. And of course, if you are familiar with the Grab, with the Shopee, but this is beyond that, basically, because how HR, human resource, can leverage on the gig worker, because currently, traditionally, we are hiring permanent employees or even part-time workers, especially at a fast food restaurant. But moving forward, what are the knowledge that as HR that we need to know with regards to the gig economy and also gig worker, how to hire gig worker, what are the needs, what are the issues, what are the possibilities. We in HRM, we always look for the knowledge sharing. We always look for the future of HR. In fact, we have undergone so many changes during the COVID-19. For instance, last time we used to do interview face to face. It's uncommon for us to have interview via Zoom or virtually. In fact, training also, a lot of training on, and also consultancy of even coaching has been done via virtual. That are basically some of the changes that we are forced to go through due to COVID-19, which I think there's a positive and also negative part of it. And now I open to question. There's one question from Peter. May I know what is the point of hiring a person just for a few months? What can he or she contribute with such a short time? Akif or Kay, you want to take the question?
Okay, so thanks, Peter, for your question. So again, gig economy, the whole concept, the whole idea of gig economy is about, it's a task based. So usually we feel that, working for a long period of time, actually people will contribute more. But again, within the gig economy or this new era of work, sometimes the gig economy, as the gig workers or the freelancers, they actually come with a strong suite of experience from working with a different entity. So that's how usually they can contribute. And in fact, the benefits to the company is not just from this one person, but it's actually now you can already allocate, for example, your full-time members to really focus in terms of the works that is within their area of expertise. Because now a lot of companies already start shifting or changing to start adopting these digital technologies. Sometimes as simple as, because I work within science, tech, and innovation, so a lot of companies that came to us and asked, oh, how can I even have a website? So my existing workforce might not have the talent or capabilities in terms of developing the website. So in order for me to hire another web developers, it will be a cost. It's a higher cost, right? So now rather than I need to hire like a team of 3 or 5 members, and it might take 7 to 8 months in order to just develop a website. If I hire a gig workers within a period of 3 months time, I can have a team of maybe up to 15 members that will do a different set of work and complete within a short period of time. So that is also one of the benefits. It's not just in terms of the long term, but in terms of the cost as well. So I hope it answer your
Yeah.